What is going on, guys? This is Young Ling Jr. Good evening. The FBI, they starting to close this case here with the Gabby Petito and the Brian Laundrie situation. And as you know, just a recap, guys who have been following me for a long time, just want to do a little synopsis of this. So for the most part, Gabby Petito, they was about to get married or whatever, in a deep relationship. Fiancés and everything. Gabby Petito she was engaged with Brian Laundrie, and they decided to go to a cross-country trip from Blueport, New York, on July 2nd, and they was traveling all over, the country, in the west part of the country. And, she was actually a social media star. She had van life. I mean, she was very popular, man. Almost had like millions, I believe, followers. And so her destiny, I think her passion was, to travel across the country and then just pretty much vlog. She was pretty much a good vlogger. And Brian Laundrie was more like a tattoo type of guy. I mean, he really loved, enjoy art and all that nature. But things started becoming a twist and turn when they encountered the police in Utah, Moab, Utah, and it was like a domestic violence case. And I believe this around like August, and we haven't seen her like post anything since August or whatever. And she ended up, her remains was found, and I believe it was like in Tinton National Park in Wyoming, September 19th. But prior to that, that incident, Brian Laundrie, he flew all the way back to Florida, okay, in August. I think it was like August 17th, man, without her. So the things were, and then he went back to be with her. But the crazy part, man, is that, they was trying to find him. I mean, you having Dog the bounty hunter, he was in this case. So, and what they found up was they found like a notebook, right? And it was like written statements from Mr. Laundrie that he was claiming responsibility of her death. Okay, now they retrieved the backpack. This is when they had Laundrie's family, help out with the investigation, and they managed to find all these items. Okay, after when they found his remains, right, and they found like a revolver there. And so, according to I believe the Florida medical examiner, they stated that he shot himself in the head, inflicted gunshot wound, and that's how he died. And also too, if you go back and do a little bit more research, according to the analysis, they believe that Gabby Petito died due to being strangled. So, man, this is a really crazy case. I mean, she was 22 years old. I'm just glad that it's over now, that we know exactly like what's going on. And I trust in the FBI. I really trust in the, like I said, the law enforcement. I believe they got this right. I don't think they should spewing everything out, because they spend like quite a bit of money, man, setting up media. I mean, you have Brian Enton. Shouts out to him. I'm still gonna shout him out, man. I got a lot of information from him. He was on Twitter. He was actually out there, camping in front of the family's home for months, man, until they get something going. And this was a very complicated case, man. BF Bartolino, who was the Laundrie's family attorney, was stating like, made a statement for both. Like, it was just, after this case is starting to close, now maybe that they can relieve the memories, because they lost Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie, and for whatever reason, Brian Laundrie was getting upset and he strangled her. It was just kind of crazy, man. For him to return home and start camping and all this stuff, man, without her, it was very suspicious, man. On top of it, then he started running, but they found his body in the preserve. And at first I was like, man, I hope they ain't just spilling things out, because there was other people that was missing too at a Granton National Park. So we don't know if he was linked up with other serial killers, but according to the investigation, they stated that it was no other individuals part of Gabby Petito's death. But at the end of the day, man, I'm just glad that right now this is starting to close. It's really unfortunate. I really wanted to get Brian Laundrie alive so he can actually live what he done and just suffer the consequences, like going to jail forever. But at the end of the day, man, condolences, especially to Gabby Petito and her family, man. I'm glad that they feel a little bit of relief right now. But it was just so super crazy. So I know I haven't made a video about this. I just want to say thank you guys. For people from Australia was tuning in when I went live months ago last year covering this case. I really appreciate you guys and your support, man. So I told you, if I get any updated information, I'm going to go ahead and get the beginning and the end, man. So this was a very complicated case. I was standing up all day because I'm looking like, how can you do this to someone that you love, man, and then just come home? Like, it's crazy, withdrawing money and without your fiance, and y'all supposed to go on a cross-country trip, and then your part of the family cut off communication with their family. Like, it was just crazy, man. Then you had Molly Golightly coming in there. this was a crazy case, man. It's just things just didn't make sense, but I'm glad we don't have to guess anymore at the end of the day. So they retrieved the revolver, said it was the remains, and he's probably been there for the longest. So we used to think like, hey, he loves to travel, he loves to camp, he could be out there somewhere in Cuba, or he could be somewhere in the reserve, whatever. We don't even know at that moment. But now we know that, hey, we found his body, he's dead. We found a little bit more information in the notebook, and I believe the Brian Laundrie family, they actually had a private meeting with the FBI as well. So, but everything's coming to a close. So that's all we have to say, man. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Put the link in the description box. I'm out. Deuces.